Welcome back, everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Matt. He's Andy.
Actually, you're Andy and I'm Matt.
Matt and Andy with.
Andy and Matt.
Welcome back to Matt and Andy with Andy and Matt. I'm Matt, that's Andy, and we've got a show to do today.
Yeah, and as always, I'm actually Matt, and he's actually Andy.
And
but
as
that's
always,
okay.
I know what I said.
But you can find us on anything, almost about now.
Mostly Earth.
Well, usually Earth, but you could also find us on this thing called YouTube or Spotify. We're on...
Apple Podcasts.
Yes,
I was going to say iTunes, but either or, interchangeable, I guess.
Hibyrd Productions.
Yeah, we got a website, hibyrdproductions.com//mattfetlife.net.
Please stop linking that to them.
Never.
Oh my god.
You can also get us on the Facebooks. We've got a little social page for everybody. So we got us here at Matt and Andy with Andy and Matt. And then we got Let's Try Something New and a little bit of the gas station just chilling out.
That's what they do on it, right?
Yeah. Trapping Cannabis Circle K, as I have said many a time.
Okay.
Anything else? I think Twitter? Yeah, Twitter.
Okay, bye everybody.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, that was it. That's all for our episode. It's just an ad plug, honestly. What are we talking about?
Right now, we're actually we're talking about one of the things that I find most important in gaming.
Wait.
And what?
That other thing.
What other thing?
Your little spiel.
What spiel?
You want me to lead you in? You'll know what it is.
Oh God, please don't. Okay, go ahead.
Are y'all ready to rumble? Welcome to this week's Matt Fact. Wow.
Today's Matt fact is that in 1930, on April 18th, British Broadcasting actually announced there is no news today, and followed it with a couple hours of piano music.
Fucking British.
I mean, I feel like that's a completely strange thing to have done, but it could have been done. Like they just didn't feel like finding news, or this didn't qualify.
I mean,
or...
just like, I don't think they were at that point where like, oh, Patricia's cat had a litter of 6 kittens and one of them has 3 legs is news. Not in, that wasn't 2020.
When was it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I look like a calendar?
No. Well, I don't actually. I got to get a calendar.
Do you not know what a calendar looks like?
I haven't had one in a while. I have a
All right,
day rip calendar.
Not like this. This is what a human looks like, Matthew.
I know what humans look like.
Anyway, tell them what we're doing today because I totally forgot about it.
Okay, what we're supposed to be doing today is we're talking about one of the best things that I find in any kind of game ever.
Jenkum?
What?
Jenkum.
What is that?
Google it.
Jacob?
Jenkum.
Jankum?
Jankum.
Jankum?
Yeah, Google it
You mean
later.
Jankin?
No.
Okay. Junkin?
We'll come back to that.
Okay,
Please,
right now
everybody
we're talking
tweet us
about
with the info.
one of
for
the
Matt.
most awesome things you could find in gaming today, and that's the power of friendship. And no, I don't mean like My Little Pony. I actually
How did I
mean
know you were going to say that.
because
Don't,
we do
don't.
a show together. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is nothing better than playing a game like Gears of War or even
Except for
Monster Hunter.
except for Judgment.
And except I didn't like Judgment.
I know
but
you
but you just get your shit pushed in every single time, and then it's like, you know what? I got an idea. You call up somebody. I call up this dude. Yeah, I know he's having a laughing fit right now, but I could call him up and teach these assholes what for, because I can show them how strong the power of friendship is, and that a machine gun with a chainsaw on it is really more powerful when you have 2. Are you okay?
No. So, according to my compatriot, in layman's terms, let me just make sure I'm picking up what you're putting down. You just said co-op games are better with friends because at first you said you get your shit pushed in, right? Which means you get fucked in the ass, I'm assuming. That's the rough translation.
Have you ever played a game that was... I don't want to steal someone else's phrase, so I'm just going to call
That's
it that
the funniest
difficulty
thing
line.
I've ever heard in my fucking life. Getting your shit pushed in. That's...
Thank
Bravo,
you,
sir.
Thank you. I really hope it's. I bet I got it somewhere. I don't know.
So back to the synopsis. So getting your shit pushed in, then you turn around after.
And it's like, oh, I have a friend.
Yeah, and then your friend and you both get your shit pushed in.
No,
and
that
then
doesn't
succeed?
happen. No, that you don't both get your shit pushed in.
There's no DP at any point.
No.
Okay. So you get your shit pushed in, and then your friend shows up, and then you push the shit in of the thing that shit pushed you in first.
Yes.
Okay, so like when you play Monster Hunter and you fight like the Rathalos by yourself, and then you're like, damn, hey, let me call my friend Dennis and be like, yo, Skizzy Mars, I need help killing this angry boy.
I mean, honestly, in Monster Hunter, you can usually just pop one of those SOS flares, and there's some strange language that I can't understand, but someone will show up sometimes, and they just do it for you, pretty much.
So like what I hate about that is like the people who show up to SOS flares, and I'm sorry if you're one of those people and you play Monster Hunter, but those people are fucking garbage at the game. I have never gotten good help from an SOS flare.
I usually only play Monster Hunter with people like with friends.
Right.
So because it's a lot, like I just said, I find games are so much more fun when you can. Oh, hey, this insurmountable challenge is completely ridiculous to me because I have friends here now, and fuck all of this bullshit.
I do not like though that if you go in a party bigger than 2, you lose your kitty cat. Like fuck you. Like give me my cat.
For specifically Monster Hunter,
make the monster harder.
Absolutely, I think that it sucks that you would lose that, but at the same time, I think that it's awesome. I could have up to it's 4 people, right?
Yeah, but like my cat, man, I spent more time making my kitty cat than I made making my person. I was like, I don't care what you look like. I care what the kitty looks like. I named mine Douglas.
Why Douglas?
You ever see the movie The Cruise?
No, I did not.
He's got like this weird dog reptile creature thing, and its name is Douglas, and it's really dumb. And in the like first part of the movie, they're on like sleeping on a mushroom overhanging a chasm, and he goes, "All right, Douglas, roll over." And then Douglas rolls over and falls off, and like just disappears into the mist. He's like, "Good boy, Douglas, come back." And then you don't see Douglas until like way later in the movie, and he's about to die. And then the dad scoops him up with the big cat and like all the angry tuki birds that like are sky piranha. Well, I think it's on Hulu. It's a really weird thing to describe. Just go watch it. The Cruise. They're making another one. They're making another one. It's gonna be.
That was a.
Oh yeah, did you like that?
It was all right.
He just drank an AHA, and Matt drinks mostly like chocolate. No, turn the brain. He drank a non-denominational fuzzy. Like someone's talking like about a strawberry really loudly in the next room. That's basically what this drink is. But he's normally like chocolate milk, Mountain Dew. I think I've seen him drink water 3 times in the entire time I've known him.
Water is the leading cause of drowning.
Yes, but only when you're swimming in it or getting waterboarded. But we're not in Vietnam or Alcatraz or wherever else that's probably happened. The CIA? Oh shit. All right, we gotta go, guys. There's cars. Have a good one.
Are you done?
Yeah, no, I'm finished.
Okay, now, there are other games than Monster Hunter.
Yeah, so what were we recently playing? Remnant?
Remnant was actually what made me want to talk about this because I played through it with a couple of people and we just couldn't get anywhere. But when I asked my buddy Andy here for his help... What? When I asked my buddy Andy here for help, we were able to... There was a lot of difficulty. There was.
Okay,
it was a fun game.
Fuck those bugs, bro.
Oh,
fuck
man.
those
On the bridge?
big, fat bumblebee lady... whatever the... Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't like that Pokemon. Shit tier. Ladybug is garbage. It was this stupid level where you were on a rope bridge and there was this big bee bitch and she was like, hey, look, I'm going to shoot fucking bullshit at you. And then you're like, oh no, let me deal with this bullshit. And she goes, guess what? I'm calling my sister. It was Deborah and Paula. And then it does the same exact thing and you're just literally, what was it, getting your shit pushed in from both ends. That's what I call a true DP.
I see.
Rough.
Very
much harder than the final boss,
which I was let down by, but I don't want to talk about the I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played it, but I'm sure we'll probably continue playing that game.
Oh dude, for sure. I just respect. I got like max and percentages and criticals and health now. I need to go stomp on some people.
You won't.
Yeah, well, we'll start it on your game and then it'll be like, "Oh, look, Muffins is going to get a one shot." There's a lot of vape in that game. Strawberry muffin. blueberry slushy. What was another one? Lavender.
Lavender
vanilla.
was
yeah.
that was strange.
For those of you who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, Matt, please tell them what the vape smoke is.
When he says vape smoke, it's like a fog door. Like Remnant is almost like a Dark Souls clone, but with guns and friends.
Don't forget there's a little bit of Metro 2020 in there.
Little bit,
and I feel like a little bit of Bloodborne.
Okay.
Because it's just like got that same like atmosphere.
Okay, yeah.
All right, but sorry, continue.
With what?
Telling them what the thing.
Which thing?
Oh crap, I forgot.
Okay, well, we were talking about. Why do you do this to me?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of plant material.
Okay.
I am a big fan of broccoli.
No, you're not.
As the rappers say.
When we played Remnant was what made me want to talk about this, because I had so much trouble with it on my own, and I had so much trouble with it with certain friends. I had up to 2 other friends, because you can have 3 people max, and we were still doing pretty terribly. But when you have a co-op partner that knows to not let you die often, because I do often, then you might live. Right?
Yeah. So Matt is like, okay. So you ever see like any war movie where there's that one guy who's like, yeah, I'm like leaping all the barricades and punching Nazis in the face, and I got my M1 Garand and just pop. Oh, there, I'm throwing a grenade into a tank. But like, he's also the guy who's trying to keep up with that guy and then gets his legs blown out by a fucking shell coming out of a Tiger tank across the yard at the same time. So it's like, Matt, yeah, get him, go, oh no. And I have just whatever ridiculous nonsense, because it's usually a flood of bullshit that tries to follow up behind him that I have to now wade through to go save his ass.
And this is any given game.
Any game that requires you to defeat a foe is where I'm going, damn it, Matt, running across whatever screen, almost dying, usually dying.
Team games, in fact, I want to definitely draw attention to one of my other favorites, and that would be Halo. All kinds of Halo, and I don't care if you want to hate on any particular kind. That's not my beef. I'm not going to make that argument. Which one's better? Which one's worse? I don't.
Halo
really
Reach
give,
is
I
the
don't
best
care.
Halo.
I'm not gonna ODST, but
ODST was really good, but Reach honestly hit me in the soul.
I understandably
Had such a compelling storyline. Like, don't get me wrong, like the whole Master Chief, save the Earth, Covenant, the Flood, the blah 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 blah. I'm a big super monster soldier, girl. You're never gonna see my face. But like, Noble Team, bro. Each one of them was like this unique individual person who were like, I must sacrifice myself for the greater good. George blew himself up.
They basically had a contest to see who could die the most heroically,
except for Cat.
Which was
Technicality.
Okay.
God damn it. Emil. Honestly, I don't know who went out better, Emil or the captain.
But
truthfully.
back to the Halo games.
Yeah.
I am often even getting shit on, getting my shit pushed in, as you like to keep drawing attention to, in the social multiplayer games. And it's still fun as hell, because every now and then there's that team that sucks a little more than me.
Right.
And they get their shit pushed in.
You know how I got good at Halo? I played
By losing?
Well, of course. But when co-op mode... Yeah, when co-op mode came out for 3, which was like my main Halo until Reach came out.
2, and that was where I started
I
myself.
played 2, but like I wasn't super big into Combat Evolved, but Halo 3 was like spicy AF, right? So we used to play the shit out of that constantly. You know how me and my friends got good at that? We played it on Elite mode with like every like make it harder for you to get through this level, like the mods. Remember the mods you could put on, like the suicide grunts? They would come out with the plasma grenades all the time and run you. We would put on every like make this game difficult for us mod, and we play through the story like constantly.
On 3?
On 3, on the highest difficulty.
When you said mods, you mean skulls?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would do that, and then like we would go and play online and just stomp the shit out of people, and then go back and do that, and then stomp the shit out of people. Because like, if you could play through the hardest difficulty with all the garbage on, it's such a chaotic nightmare. You're just used to being like, I can't jump high enough.
Can you ever really jump high enough in a game like Halo?
Can I get much higher?
In Reach, they give you a jetpack, and it still wasn't high enough.
So high. Yeah, so you know what, too, I like about those games? So that brings you... They brought a lot of, like, interesting multiplayer modes into effect. Because like, so Call of Duty, right? I'm gonna jump back to Halo, but Call of Duty, same kind of thing. Military game, not like a space age shooter, but like some of them were like a little futuristic in certain franchises. But main campaign, really cool, shooty pew 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 pew, right? Online shooty pew 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 pew. Depending on studio, it was good or it was bad. Kids with shotguns, you shouldn't play Call of Duty. Stop.
Okay.
Those brought in two unique things because like
He almost said get off.
Matt, grow up. So like Call of Duty Zombies, World at War, first
Okay.
introduction. That was a cool other form of multiplayer co-op where it was like there was a story within an arcade mode and you could play that online with other people, and that also would jump over to like, hey, now we're going to play competitive Call of Duty online where it's, team deathmatch, or hey, I'm going to play the campaign. I don't remember any of the Call of Duty campaigns being co-op, but Halo 3 campaign was co-op, ODST was co-op, and I believe
2.
Reach was co-op as well.
Halo 1 and 2 were co-op as well.
Yeah, but weren't those co-op in the essence where you were just playing like a Master Chief clone and weren't playing like a separate character? Because Halo 3 was Arbiter.
Yes.
And then...
Arbiter in Chief.
Yeah,
were
Arbiter
Halo
in Chief,
3.
and then it was another... You were just an ODST
In ODST,
grunt.
you were the rookie.
Yeah, so it didn't really matter. You were just a grunt. And then the same thing for Noble, which was Reach. You were just Noble 7?
6.
6? Noble 6. But yeah, before that, you were just like Master Chief's like body double, right?
Yeah.
So like you weren't even in the game.
Well, yeah, you were in the game.
I mean, yeah, but like you weren't in the game. You were just like
in situations,
You were a shadow clone.
You know what? No, if you had all those skulls on and you played through like you say you did,
Yeah.
then you would know that the Iron Skull sets you back to the beginning of the level if you die, unless you're on co-op. If you're on co-op, it sets you back to the checkpoint.
I know.
Another way that friendship kicks ass in video games.
I like the what was that one skill that they gave us in Remnant? Teamwork?
Yes.
The trait?
It increases your XP gain, your damage output, all kinds of stuff. You just have to be standing near an ally.
That's another cool system. You played Star Wars Battlefront 2 with me a few times, the new one.
The new one. The old one is an old favorite. Another
Right. The new
one that
one's
I
good.
played co-op all the time.
Oh, well, yeah.
But the new one, I play co-op and I die a lot.
Yeah,
but
but it's
that's
good.
okay. It's still fun.
That one has a unique structure. So it has a single-player campaign with Iden Verso as the main character.
It actually has a co-op campaign available now.
Oh, it
last I
does.
checked.
Oh, I gotta jump in there. I haven't played it for a while. It's been
We'll-
quite a minute.
we'll play it.
All right, yeah, we're gonna run through that. But one cool thing that they did.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. On the future of Andy and Matt with Matt and Andy and Matt and Andy. They did this cool system, so everybody gave EA a hard time about Star Wars Battlefront 2 because they did that in the microtransactions with the star crates for like skills or whatever.
Everybody
They
hated
killed that quick, and it doesn't really matter anymore. Now it's just for skin purchases, for just your credits. That's all it is now. But they give you like an XP reward system for fighting alongside your squad. So basically, like in the main thing is Galactic Conquest, right?
Yes.
Or whatever it's called. I don't think it's actually that. But you run over these big maps, capture objectives, and try to beat to the other point, and the opposing team tries to stop you, right? You spawn in a group of 4. That's your squad. If you stay with those people and fight and take objectives, you get all these bonus points, which in the game lets you upgrade to like bigger units.
Another
So you
way that friendship kicks ass in video games.
You want to be a jetpack trooper? Boom, bam, baby, you got it. You want to be? They've got clone commandos in there now. They've got ARC troopers in there now. They've got all the heroes too, so you can be like Obi-Wan Kenobi, or you could be. I think they just put Qui-Gon Jinn in. I know BB-88 is a hero. You could be the bad guys like Boba Fett, Iden Versio, Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious. Like it's pretty stellar.
Is Mace Windu on the table?
Yeah, Mace Windu's. Yeah,
I
wait,
want to be. I
I
want to
don't-
be
he's
Samuel
not.
L. Jackson.
I don't think he is.
Oh.
He might be on the docket now. I have not played in a long time. I actually kind of want to play it now that we've been talking about it, but I don't think so. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you can get like a Clone Wars skin for him, but I think outside of that, it's Obi-Wan, Yoda, Luke, Anakin, which is cool. Rey, Star Wars. Rey,
Yeah,
Star
Rey.
Wars. The most important of the Star Wars is Rey, Star Wars. I'm not going to ruin that. Some people still haven't seen the newest one. And I think that's Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca.
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, Lando Calrissian. Yeah, Calzone. Lando Calzone.
Lando
Rizian.
Calzone.
Yeah, so they have like those cool systems like that give you like those bonuses and get you like your super units better, and like they also, I think also playing with your squad gives you more credits so you can buy more skins, which is all like the marketplaces for now. It's just skins.
But then there's also the competitive games which you can play cooperatively.
Like Smash Bros.
Like I was gonna say, like Overwatch, where you have a team of people. And these aren't really my kinds of games. I don't like the games like this or like battle royales like Fortnite.
Yeah.
But they seem to be very, like, a lot of people seem to like them, and I can get the idea of working with someone only to betray the fuck out of them at the end.
You're not really a competitive player. You're more of like a cooperative PvE player of games I've seen.
I really am.
Which,
and
like, that's
what I like.
fine. Because competitive gaming is kind of like agitating all the time. Like, you played Fortnite, you knew.
Yeah.
It was a headache 9 times out of 10. But Overwatch is like two teams just like versing each other for objectives. You can't really betray your team on that kind of game.
Which is a little different. And I feel a little more comfortable with it than Fortnite.
You did do a little bit better with Overwatch than you did with Fortnite, but I just know that like FPS games are just not your shtick. Do you like Smite?
I'm actually getting pretty good at Smite.
Smite's a good game, and okay, so that's an even another jump over. So like the MOBAs, you know, like League of Legends. I don't remember the
I used to
acronym,
be
what it
real
stands
good
for.
at League of Legends, but my computer dropped off, so I didn't.
I did too, but League is a very toxic community, and
People keep telling me that.
Because it is, bro. I just couldn't do it anymore. But Smite's dope. Smite's cool because, like, what I like about Smite is when you work with your team, you absolutely, like, waste people, right? You just run through crappy teams who are just trying to solo, right? But then there's people who have been playing for so long and are so good at the game, like, they're soloing and the team is just, like, backing them up because it's just how the flow is working out. And it's still killer. And then there's that team when everyone's just like, hey, I'm going to run off and get fucked in the mouth, you know, by Hades just scooping me up and killing like half of the team in one go.
I see.
It's a wild.
You seem bitter.
A little bit, bro. Because like I play Soul and I just try to DPS and wreck shit, and then all of a sudden I'm getting sucked into a Doom portal because, you know, our tank decided to run back to base and not say anything.
I see.
I've been hurt before, Matt.
It's okay. Give me your hand. It's okay. It's okay. We're here for you.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Another benefit of playing games with a buddy.
Exactly.
Someone will hear you cry
every time.
Yeah, I don't
you
mute
better
the
not,
mic.
because they will call you a bitch.
I don't mute the mic. You know what another great thing about playing games with your buddies was? When you were playing Call of Duty at 3 a.m. on a Saturday back in 2010 and some 4-year-old told you to go fuck your mother.
That
And would
did not happen to me.
Bro, me and my friends would somehow get into these lobbies with like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds all the time, and they were bad at the game, like most 8 to 10-year-olds were at the time. And we would kill them constantly, and all you would hear in the mic is just like autistic screeching. Just children with fury who have not hit puberty hitting like an alto so high, I swear to God, I heard like trailer windows just shatter.
I really don't think that you got to be exaggerating.
Nah, bro, I'm not. If you can, Tyler, you played Call of Duty back in the day. Do you recall those monster children screaming at you over the headset? Yeah, you ever get one who would like type out the message and be like, you piece of shit, I'll fucking kill you. I know your address. Yeah.
I never got those.
Yeah, children are garbage. Middle schoolers terrify me. If I see a group of 8th graders, I'll cross the street. They'll be like, "Oh, look at him. He's got wide hips and weird feet." Huh? Just call up my 2 most insecure things: small children, they're ruthless and cruel.
Well, they don't know.
Yeah, they just want blood. They don't care where it comes from. They're
Oh my God. They're not piranhas.
Yeah, I mean they are. Dude, have you ever met an 8th grader?
I was an 8th grader.
And
once.
how shitty were they?
Oh my God.
Yeah. They don't deserve to play co-op games with their friends.
You know what? I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
So here's one I didn't think we were going to actually talk about, but how do you feel about MMOs?
MMOs, honestly, I would only play one because a friend would suggest it and be like, "Here, what?"
Was it RuneScape?
No, it was WoW.
Oh, okay. Everybody played WoW.
Everybody played WoW.
I played WoW. I like the JPRG ones that are actually pretty good. There's one I want to kind of get you into because apparently it's like a Breath of the Wild like copycat and it's beautiful. It's called Genshin Impact.
I haven't heard of it.
I just keep seeing it like all over the internet, and I finally watched a video on it the other day. It looks pretty fire. It's very Japanese for sure, but it's like bright and colorful, and it keeps my attention.
Is it in English?
Yeah, but it's like
Okay.
Doki Doki Kawaii Monster Time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not so bad. I could do that.
Yeah, Sugoi Chop
But
Chop.
it's co-op.
It's an MMO.
Okay.
So it's like, well, it's World of Warcraft, but it's like Asian as fuck.
And
You fight a tentacle monster, I'm almost positive.
That's terrifying.
There's at least one octopus in that fucking game somewhere, and I'm gonna find it.
You're gonna find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it.
Why?
So it doesn't fuck me. You gotta fuck them before they fuck you, Matt. That's the law of the jungle.
Why?
But
why?
so you've only played WoW.
No, I've tried to play Eve Online, but there were too many
Dude,
menus and charts.
Eve
and
Online is don't ever play it.
It was so much text. I couldn't get I didn't feel. Oh man.
You know what that game does? It goes, hey, do you want to be the captain of a Starfleet? And you're like, fuck yes. Do you want to have no interaction with any human being outside of your room that's not on this game for 80 to 100 hours a month? Thank you. And then it just takes your soul away.
Really?
I played it really hard for like 2 years, and it's like, you become a captain of a starship, Matt. There's a lot of paperwork involved with that, apparently.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There was, you know what my favorite thing about Eve is that it's got so much bullshit going on in it, right? That it has its own like stock market. But
like its own economy.
But it's real. There is legitimately like real companies in this. There's companies in this game that function on such a large level that there's like money in it to where you can buy real stocks for this game, for this shit, and make money with it. People like play Eve professionally. There's like this giant like I think it's like a merchant corporation, and they have like starships that are bigger than like the Imperial Galactic Destroyers. Remember those, like that big ash triangle ship that was bigger than planets from Star Wars?
Yes.
Bigger than that, like 8 times bigger than the Ark of the Covenant from Halo. Giant, like massive, so big like you need multiple screens to see it.
Okay.
And it's insane. Some people, that's like all they do. They play Eve. It takes your soul
Well,
and pulls it into space.
I didn't play it for very long.
Good.
I guess I made that saving throw.
You have to escape the trap. I told Alex, I was like, never, if you ever catch me, because I built the gaming PC. I was like, if you ever catch me playing Eve, not only should you smack the shit out of me, but you need to uninstall that game immediately. Put a block on my computer, cut off my hands. And then I installed it on my phone because they made an app. And she's like, what's that on your phone? I was like, nothing. It's not the space game that I said I wasn't going to play. As I'm like trying to play the space game while she's talking to me. Yeah, it eats your soul up. But there's like cool online games that don't like completely destroy you.
Well, I actually downloaded Phantasy Star Online.
Phantasy Star.
I think it's called Phantasy Star.
Isn't that the
Online.
game for the PlayStation?
Well, I don't think it's. I think it's if it's available for PlayStation, it's a free game. I saw it on Steam, and it looks like it's a sci-fi themed MMO. I wanted to get into it, but I just haven't yet.
Phantasy Star Online is a game for PlayStation 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, from what I mean, I might be mistaken, but that's setting off like 18 fire alarms, and like I'm getting kicked in the face.
Why fire alarms? Why are you getting kicked
loud
in the face?
And that it's abrupt. That I like played that game for PlayStation 2. It was a weird RPG. It wasn't like an online game. It was just called Phantasy Star Online. Maybe it was online, just like it was.
Are you thinking of Star Ocean?
Am I thinking of Star Ocean? Maybe I am thinking of Star
You're probably
Ocean. I'm probably thinking
Ocean.
of Star Ocean. You're right. Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. Forgive my transgressions. Forgive me, Poppy, for I have sinned.
But as far as MMOs are concerned, like you were saying, there's all kinds of
HMOs?
themes and
HMOs, MMOs, PPOs. 2 of those are insurance. But
And
yes,
we're not going to tell you which ones.
Yeah, no. But there are different themes. Did you ever hear of a game called Vindictus?
No.
Vindictus was a really cool game because it was like high graphic content quality, and it made like these interesting boss fights. So there were like 6 characters you can choose from, but they were all like predisposed. You could change like small things about them, but you couldn't really change the character. Each one did like a crazy amount of bullshit damage, yada yada yada. All the bosses are very intricate and really cool. But what this game does is it has these boss fights where the entirety of the area that you're in is like destructible, usable against the boss. Like there's one where like this giant demon is like chained into the earth, and you have to break the chains, and then he flies up, and then you have to shoot him with spears to drag him back down.
Is this co-op?
Yeah, it's an MMO. It's online.
Oh.
Most online games are co-op.
Okay.
Because they're already on the interweb. Why not add the come reach out and touch a guy, but not right now because we have COVID and you need consent. That's the key.
But yeah,
Yeah. Chill.
okay.
Chill. Take a breath. Consent is key. No means no, Matt. You need to learn that. Have you ever played like an MMO on a console and found the transition to it very weird?
never
and
played
shitty?
an MMO on a console.
I remember because I bought you Elder Scrolls Online to play with me, and then we never ever played it. And
We played it once, I think.
and you would never turn it on again. I was always like, "Yo, you want to play ESO?" And you're like, "Oh, I want to play Resident Evil for the 88th time this month."
I like Resident Evil.
I know, and I just wanted to play a game that wasn't.
5 and 6 I played for the co-op. I know a lot of people hated them.
I like 5.
Okay. That's cool.
What was that one where they told everybody's story or whatever? They all the major characters bumped into each other.
Yeah, that was 6.
That was 6. I like that one too, but I don't like Resident Evil. Not that I don't like the lore. I think the lore to Resident Evil is really cool, and the cut. I like it, but I just don't like the gameplay. It's just so clunky. Even when it's new, it's just uncomfortable. It's like I'm walking through peanut butter.
It's supposed to be suspenseful.
You know what's suspenseful is that I feel like if I hit one wrong button, I'm gonna get ass fucked by a chainsaw monster while I'm running through peanut butter.
That's the point.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
That's the
I
point.
need fluidity.
You need to be scared.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? It doesn't make sense because a normal person does not move like that.
But even okay. I can't argue that
No.
because I don't know how a normal person would move when they're fighting zombies.
I mean, I feel like out of pure fear of running away, I wouldn't go straight, stop, turn, run. You know?
Oh, the tank controls.
Yeah,
is
the
what
garbage
you don't like the
controls.
tank controls.
I also hate the camera angles sometimes because there's a zombie right behind you, and if you could adjust the camera angle yourself, in certain situations you wouldn't get bonked.
Well, that's why in the games we're talking about, the co-op ones, 5 and 6, and Operation Raccoon City, which
Gotta burp
people
away
hate,
from the mic.
but
Oh, Raccoon City was a
Operation
terrible game.
Raccoon City.
That was a bad one.
I loved it.
You love every Resident Evil game, even if it's a pile.
I am not a fan of Survivor. I am not
No
a
one's
fan
a
of
fan
Dead
of
Aim.
Survivor.
I'm not a fan of either. You know what? I did like the Revelations games, but the second one was a very interesting co-op. I don't know why they couldn't make zero co-op. They give you partner zapping. Why the fuck would they give they give you partner zapping in Revelations, but they let you give a second person just pick up a controller? They don't even need to log into anything.
Yeah, so hear me out, because this feature that you're talking about is there's one problem I have with some co-op games where it's oh, you can play co-op, but the person who's the second player can't actually fucking do anything. They're just hey, here's this useless utility character that is just the NPC, and we didn't feel like giving you something you could do with a gun. Like that girl with the flashlight from that one Resident Evil game.
She also had, that's Revelations 2, but she also has a crowbar.
Oh, a crowbar. Pardon me, sir.
Hey,
she's got a crowbar and a flashlight. Does that help when the big spooky one comes out with the muscles? No.
If you unlock it, she can use that big fucking katana on her back in the alternate costume.
Oh, cool. She can still use a crowbar, but it's sharp now.
Hey, the katana is like a one-hit kill.
I want guns, man. There's zombies.
She doesn't want guns. It's
Well,
a
that's
story thing.
bullshit.
And the other one that they let
Damn
you
your
play is a little
pacifism.
girl.
Yeah. Listen, little girls are horrifying, man. Tiny
they don't need
balls
guns,
of terror.
exactly.
No, they rip your eyes out.
I've never had my eyes
Listen,
ripped out by a
have you
little
ever?
girl.
Okay, hear me out. Have you ever seen a little girl in the wild? They're terrifying. They can run at 30 miles per hour, jump 4 feet vertically from standing, 20 feet if they're running on a sprint, and they can skin a whole cow down to the bone in 4 seconds.
I don't believe you.
Bro, have you seen one?
No.
They're
no,
fast.
I haven't.
I just said they run at 40 miles an hour, man. They're fast.
You said 30 miles an hour.
It's 40 now. I'm keeping
course
this
it is.
consistent. They gain power as they
gain
kill.
power.
Yes, every kill gains them closer to higher power.
I thought you were gonna say, as you doubt them, they gain power.
That too.
That's terrifying.
That's just a regular, man.
You're not that strong. Oh God, you're stronger. And then it gets weaker because you overestimated it.
We're really off topic.
We are.
Okay. Here's another one. Games that are traditionally 2-player, maybe multiplayer, but in my opinion, are shit tier multiplayer games. Any sport game.
I wanted to stick to more concisely games that were co-op, like Army of Two.
I mean,
did you play Army of Two?
NBA Jam is 2-player,
Perfect. NBA Jam works.
but it's not co-op.
isn't it?
No, it's you're basketballing against your homies.
I got torn up in NBA Jam until I had a second player helping me out against the computer.
All right, let's talk about Army of Two because I literally had like a Vietnam flashback when you brought that game up because I have not thought about it since like 2012.
It's a pretty old game. But
We used to play it,
It was a
too.
very excellent co-op shooter game.
I don't know why it wasn't more mainstream. Like I feel like that game did not get the recognition it deserved because that was a solid shooter.
It was released against some very interesting, fun games.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like Call of Duty was big at the time. Halo was big at the time. They had just come out with Battlefield Bad Company, the best Battlefield game in the fucking franchise.
I don't want to
IMO.
wind up with any good company.
Yeah, exactly. So it did have a lot of struggle, but it was good. You know what I think too was that third person over the shoulder view, and I don't think people really liked that at the time because everything was first person.
Well, I think it's just because the graphics didn't quite fit with that at the time, because there were other like Tom Clancy games that were like it
The
as well.
Division.
And well, the Division came much later.
Yeah.
But there were other games that were that style that didn't work, but
Rainbow
it,
Six.
it did for Resident Evil 4.
Shut up. Shut up. That's all I have to say. Shut up.
I'm going to bring it up all the time.
Oh, here's one. Have you? No one ever thinks about this game when you talk about like co-op, multiplayer, or online
A
games.
Way Out.
No, Conker's Bad for a Day.
It's a co-op?
You can play that. No, I mean I don't think it's co-op, but you could. It's a multiplayer. You can play it online where it's just like army squirrels shooting each other.
That's weird.
It's just like it's a death match of just angry squirrels. And did you know you fight a giant turd in that game?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he throws poop at you. I don't like it.
In a co-op?
No, it's not well, all right, I'll stop talking about it. Fine. Portal? I feel like we're missing that. Like we got to say something about it. That's like the co-op game.
Portal 2 was
Portal
the co-op.
2.
And
Whatever.
it was an amazing co-op that was very difficult to get through, I'll be honest.
Did you play
I did
it?
eventually get through it, and I am proud of that.
You played it with someone else, right?
Yeah, I played it with a couple different people, and not many of them could get through it.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you play with people who just like didn't like could not play Portal, were just so like shit tier at it, you just want to tear your hair out?
Oh man, I tried to play it with my parents, and
Why? How many rum and cokes before you convinced them to play an Xbox?
well, I really tried to convince my dad, because I feel like he would be great at this kind of puzzle game. It was a puzzle, it was a shooter. He used to love shooter games. In fact, he's the one who started playing Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut and got me into it. But
fun.
Damn,
My dad liked Call of Duty a lot.
what was I saying?
You were talking about Portal and your dad being shit tier.
Yes, I tried to introduce Portal to my dad, and I want to say that he tried to get it, but he just couldn't. I don't know, maybe the portal gun, or the beginning before they give you the portal gun. I was like, he'll give you this portal gun, it'll be fine. You can make your own shit and find your own way. There's no time limit. And they didn't give him a portal gun at the beginning because they give you that weird portal door timing thing.
Yeah, I feel like you have to introduce parents to a video game at like a certain juncture and then tell them how to do everything, because like I've noticed like my dad does not read the tutorial.
Nobody
He just like
reads the
runs
tutorial.
around and like gets angry after like 30 minutes when he can't get out of the tutorial level because he didn't pay attention. Now he doesn't know what to do.
I get that.
You know, it's not like Mario where it's like go on, just run forward.
You know what to do.
You know, and that's like the thing too with co-op games. I've noticed like we don't see couch co-ops much anymore, if at all.
I think that comes from two directions. And first, that's
Money.
Money, absolutely. If they need another system to play this
With their pal, that means they need another controller.
That means they'll need another controller. They'll need another copy of the game,
They got to buy the live account.
so they can play together.
Then they got to buy the game. Then the guy's got to get internet service and then a TV. This gentleman lived under a bridge before he got this. So,
And before it was just, oh hey, here's a second controller.
hey, homeless man down by the river, do you want to come play Mario Bros with me in my basement? I've got some paint cans down there.
I never actually did that, and I want you guys to know that.
Then you harvest their organs while you play Hip to Be Square on an old stereo.
Why would I harvest someone's organs?
Because
That's
kidneys go
awful.
for $50K on the black market
That's it? I would think it'd be more
per kidney.
for kidney. Okay.
Yeah, so you got
That's
$100K for 2 kidneys. That 20 minutes of worth of work.
I don't know.
They don't
about
got to
that.
live. You just got to get the organs out.
I would fuck it up.
Yeah, you probably like cut the kidney like
Yeah.
in half, like you were trying to eat it.
No.
Yeah, like a nice ham steak.
You didn't want the skin on the kidney, right?
You didn't want this. Yeah, you didn't want this kidney all in one piece, right? I put it in a blender so it'd be like salsa, so I could get it through the airport.
I chopped it up, you
Yeah.
know.
I just told them it was like a weird bean paste. They believe me.
Oh my god.
Gross. You know what I love about our podcast, Matt?
What?
Is that no matter what we're talking about, it never ends up there for very long.
It's terrible.
I want to thank everybody who listens to this and actually enjoys it, because this really like was just supposed to kind of be me and him shooting like bullshit back and forth, and no matter how much we try to structure it, it's gonna just be us being stupid. So thank you.
But we are also stupid in games, in the co-op games
Dude.
that I keep coming back to.
Yeah, I would. There's no vape in Remnant. That's just a spooky fog door. But
We mentioned that too.
yeah, but we just imagine that. Ow! You just
Oh, I'm
stepped on
sorry,
my
that was your foot.
toe. No, I'm not wearing shoes. He's a meanie.
I apologize.
I'm trying to think of another.
Don't hurt yourself.
Borderlands, you asshole. I don't even like the Borderlands franchise that much.
But it was excellent for the purposes of co-op.
You know my favorite thing
it
about
was
it was?
almost seamless. Oh, then my buddy wants to join the game. Awesome,
Bob.
he jumps in.
They're
Done.
in, yeah.
Yep.
But you know what the best part about that game was? You didn't have to give a shit about the storyline. That game knew what you were there for. You were there to shoot shit and run around.
Yep.
I didn't give a fuck about that storyline. I was like, nope, just give me the big old guns. I want to go pew, 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 bang, 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 bang. That's it. Couldn't care about
where's
anything else.
the compass pip? Oh, it's right there. I'm going that way.
Yeah, I'm
Kill
just like-
everything on the way.
Yeah, pretty much. I need that XP and just run right through.
But a lot of co-op games tend to be like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because like Monster Hunter, I don't give a shit. I just want to fight the monster.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you're saying, guy. Yeah, I don't give a crap about the big lava dragon that's angry. I want to go kill this poofy llama thing.
When in reality, you need to speak to a guy that'll tell you how to kill the poofy llama thing.
Yeah, but then I just like do a hitty smash with my sword enough times, and then it go
After it kills you once or twice.
like 5 times. Who am I fucking kidding?
Exactly.
I actually got really
when you
good at
could have just
Monster Hunter.
listened to the guy.
I actually got really good at Monster Hunter at a certain point. Like I figured out what I was doing wrong, and you know what you really got to do? You got to latch. You got to use that grappling hook. You got to latch. You got to smack them a bunch, and then you jump to another spot and you smack them some more. You really got to cut off that tail. You got to get that tail right off. You know, make sure you grab it. You know,
Yes.
that's how you just run Monster Hunter.
Yes, I feel like that was apparent.
Yeah, you know the gameplay,
Yes.
just the game.
That's how you play it, usually.
Okay, here's
Only I do it with friends.
Here's another one I got for you, which I don't think you thought of, and I just now thought of.
Here we go.
Multiplayer co-op arcade games like TMNT and Gauntlet, and that's all I got. Mortal Kombat. I know that's not co-op. That's all I got.
The Simpsons.
Contra, and then there was this Wild Wild West game that was on an arcade system, and I can't remember what it was called. Frontier Kings or something. It was basically like a TMNT remake, but you were cowboys.
I do know what you're talking about, and those games also were so much better when you could play them co-op.
Oh,
they were
fire.
available single player, but you'd get wrecked
How
because
fun
they
is
didn't adjust
Gauntlet?
for difficulty.
How fun is Gauntlet with one player? Like,
Oh, I'm gonna have to be incredibly careful or die every single time, and I did.
every single time.
Oh, hey, I've got 2 other people here. Now we actually don't suck.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, stranger, do you want to play a druid? You're jumping on in. I also like, since I jumped over to arcade games, I like that generation, like from the early 2000s of all those shooter games that came out that you'd play at Walmart while your mom went shopping for 45 minutes.
With the gun.
Yeah, with the gun, like the Jurassic
you
Park.
pick up and you're like, oh.
You remember the Jurassic Park game at the Walmarts?
I remember House of the Dead.
I played that
And-
one too, but I wasted like $8 in quarters to play the whole Jurassic Park game.
How was it? I never made
Good.
it through it.
Good. It was actually very fun.
Did you play it alone?
No, I played it actually with my dad because he never wanted to go shopping and make my mom so mad. She'd be like, "Hey, kid, you want to go play the arcade game? I got $8 in quarters," and my mom would be like, "You motherfucker! Now I gotta go shop for tomatoes and grapes and bread and shit by myself. You know what? Actually, you never shut the hell up. Thank you. Yeah." And she'd go shop.
She would talk herself into not being mad.
Yeah, because that's like what you do when you're Jewish and Italian. You just talk yourself out of your rage.
And that works?
No. not at all usually. But yeah, I actually saw one on eBay for like $1,500 and I went, man, I got to give a lot of hand jobs. It's quick cuz I need this in my life.
Hang on, how much money do I have?
Man, I've been trying to give you one for free for years now. You ain't going to pay me. Let's be real.
I am dedicated to the idea of you having this gauntlet machine.
No, it's the Jurassic Park shooter. It wasn't the gauntlet machine.
I know, and I'm gonna campaign for this gauntlet machine.
No, I got to get the Jurassic Park shooter, man.
Oh,
That's where it's
fine.
at. I play enough D&D.
I suppose I should help with that too.
Yeah, you know.
Can I play it?
Sure.
Awesome.
You can be the other gun.
Awesome.
I'll give you a hand job every time we play.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
All right, whatever.
Only if we win.
All right, man. Whatever stipulations you want to put on yourself, it's more of a treat for you than it is for me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a lot of rubber gloves and Vaseline I'm going to run through. I got him. I got him. Okay, what about... Yo, we're missing a whole thing. Party games. Mario Party, for Christ's sake. That's co-op.
Brawl.
Brawl.
Yeah, Brawl is not co-op.
No, Brawl can be co-op, but like, who the fuck plays cooperative? You play co-op Brawl.
I play cooperative Brawl.
You know why you play co-op Brawl? There's 4 reasons.
4?
4.
There's like 2 for me.
Hear me out. You and your friend
Okay.
are just fucking around. You're super stoned, and you're doing some ridiculous garbage, right? Your shitty little brother won't shut the hell up, and your mom is making you play Super Smash Bros. With him, even though he's just garbage. You are fighting like some high level ass shit, and you just want to be able to focus on one enemy at a time, but you want to fight 2 people in one round because you're trying to get better. Or the cousins are over and everyone's talking shit.
Usually it's that one for me.
Oh, bro. Me and my cousins, you know what we do? We do 2 tournament brackets because there was like 16 of us at one point. So many goddamn Italians and Puerto Rican kids just running around.
How do we go from co-op to competitive?
Well, no, because it's still co-op.
A tournament.
It was a co-op tournament.
Cooperative competitive.
It was 2 teams versus 2 teams.
Competitive co-op.
Yes, competitive co-op. Like when you play Halo Online, we were already talking about this. But we'd run a tournament bracket of all those teams, and then those teams that made it was like 5 or 6 teams who would win, and then those people would get thrown into like a standalone tournament.
Like
if you lose,
like a losers tournament.
Yeah, like a
for third
losers
place
bracket. Or no, for first place. It would knock them, like, that was, like, who's the best? Those were, like, the winning teams who would just knock each other out. So, like, a guy you played with could be someone you knocked out.
I see.
Yeah, and then usually the winner got one of 2 things. The biggest piece of dessert or all of the burnt rice at the bottom of the pan.
All of the burnt rice at the bottom of the pan sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah, oh, dude, like, I saw small children knock each other out like they were trying to commit murder. Because some kid tried to take like the last piece when another kid didn't get any.
Where did you see this?
At my my aunt's house. I just saw like a 6-year-old knock out another 6-year-old.
I wish I could have seen that.
It's wild though, because like he just got back up and was like he looked.
I did not actually say I wish I could. See that.
Matt wants to see children hitting children. Matt, you know what? I've been following this guy for months. I've been undercover for years. He's actually running a small child's fighting ring in his backyard.
Extreme child
You're
wrestling.
under arrest.
Extreme child wrestling is widely popular.
Yeah, in Southeast Asia and New Guinea. Not where we are. Where are we? Nobody knows. But like those games, or like, did you ever play like Mario Kart? And even though it's like competitive, like you're just trying to be an asshole to one specific person who's playing.
Oh no, Mario Kart. I played cooperatively also. Even though it was competitive, I would talk to my buddy, and
Double Dash wasn't.
Double Dash was different.
You could do a co-op, I think.
But what I did was I would wait for him to get the star, and I'd be like, hit it, and then I'd zap everyone with lightning, and he'd be fine.
That's cute.
It would work great.
You're a stellar guy.
Thank you.
You're a good guy, Matt.
Thank you. But that's just small shit like that.
Little stuff. Were there any games that were never co-op or that? Okay, how about this? No. Were there games that weren't co-op but that you goddamn wish they would be, like Fallout or Skyrim?
Well, yeah, but then they eventually made Fallout co-op, and I honestly haven't played too much of 76.
The new Fallout's trash. I mean, like, good Fallout.
I honestly,
Fallout 4.
I am a big fan of 4.
4 was good.
I can say I sincerely do wish that it was co-op very often. Just like I wish that Skyrim was co-op often. And it's too bad. I mean, you can pick up companions or followers
It's
or
just
whatever
not the
they're like.
same.
It's just not the same.
It's like
Dead Space 3 was co-op, and
Yeah,
I
Dead
loved
Space
that.
was
And
co-op.
don't get me wrong, I understand why it didn't work so well. Like, I loved it, but a lot of people say it wasn't well received. And I get that it's really difficult to have a scary horror environment when your teammate can walk up behind you with the corpse, and telekinetically pick up the corpse of the creature you just shot to pieces and reenact Shakespeare with it.
that's like the problem with most VR horror games. I've always wished to see Kingdom Hearts as a multiplayer game, but now that the franchise disappointed me, I couldn't care less.
That's too bad.
My heart and my soul is broken, and you know what, Matt?
It's okay. Give me your hand again. It's okay. We're gonna get through this.
I appreciate you, but I think we're out of games, man. I think that's all we got.
What do you mean we're out of games?
We're out of games, man. Mom cut off our allowance. That's all we got. That's all I could pick up from Blockbuster. It's 2006 and it's Friday night. So thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Come on, we're going to go play Nintendo and drink chocolate milk. What are you complaining about?
Okay, yeah, I got to get out of here.
All right. Remember to check us out on Spotify.
All the things we mentioned at the beginning.
Yes, every single thing. I don't want to do this again. The chocolate milk is waiting. Goodbye, everyone.